When I was a very green young missionary out in Brazil, the sixth sermon I ever preached in Portuguese was in our little chapel in Corumbá, Mato Grosso, on the Brazil-Bolivian border. And a woman came up and said she wanted to be a believer, which meant she wanted to follow Christ. Her name was Dionisia de Jesus. We called her, of course, Dona Dionisia. Dona Dionisia had 4 children by 4 different men, none of whom had married her. She was an alcoholic, she was illiterate, she was dirt poor. But she found 2 things that night. She found a Lord who loved her just as she was and a community that embraced her. And she's always been a symbol of how the gospel reaches out to very unlikely people. In 1993, I became interim pastor at the Bel Air Presbyterian Church in Los Angeles, a very affluent congregation. And about the second Sunday there, I was introduced to former President and Mrs. Ronald Reagan, who were members of the church and faithful attenders. And I've often thought that the kingdom of God includes the poorest of the poor and the marginalized and also the most powerful, and that they are equal in the kingdom of God.